welcome to all. It's a pleasure. It's not the same feeling, obviously, being here as Venetali at home, but it's a great idea, Sal, as usual, because we can keep in touch and recreate a little bit the atmosphere of this period of the year. I'm Beniamino D'Agostino. I'm the owner with my brother Alberto of Botromagno winery. The winery is located in Puglia, the heel of the boot, as you know, and we are exactly in the middle, on the border with Basilicata, not so far from the UNESCO site, Matera, that I think you know is became very famous, especially after 2019 as a world capital of culture. The winery is managed by me and Alberto. I said we produce only wines from estate vineyards and using only indigenous grapes. The grapes are mainly Greco, Fiano, Malvasia, and Falanghina for the whites, and we use mainly Primitivo, Nero di Troia, and Montepulciano about the reds, for the reds. The philosophy of the winery since 2007 is a green philosophy. The winery since 2007, when the new winemaker consultant arrived in the winery, Alberto Antonini from Tuscany, is to grow all the vineyards in sustainable and biological certified way. And also our green philosophy goes through other things like using all energies from renewable sources. We have on the rooftop of the winery solar panels, and we use windmills in the fields. And also we plant every year half hectare, 1 acres of new wood to compensate all the pollution, all the CO2 emission that we provocate with our cultivation and also with all our travels all around the world.
Okay, do you want to tell a little bit about the vintages that you would present in at Vinitaly? You would have presented in Vinitaly?
Yes. First of all, I want to introduce you. I step up a little bit, just sorry, but I take the bottle.
Remember, this is LLS at home, so we are at home.
Yes, at home. This is the first vintage of a new wine. Will be the first one that I in mind to present at Vinitaly. It's called Botromagno, and is a blend, an equal blend of Fiano, 50%, and Greco, 50%. And what it's really new is that this is our first green wine, because all the components of this wine are, the wine inside the bottle is organic and vegan certified. The glass that we use is recyclable and comes from recycled bottles. The paper of the label and back label is made by recyclable paper and is completely recyclable at the end. And also the cork is the Norma cork, made 100% from corn and is 100% recyclable. Also, the energy used to produce this wine is 100% from renewable sources. Is a very interesting wine. Also, but probably after Salvatore can speak a little bit better than me on this aspect, is an organic and vegan wine with fantastic value. Is very fresh, very easy to drink, absolutely the perfect summer wine. Not because I'm the producer, but I think that at the moment on US market, there isn't another organic wine with this value on the market.
Yes, the price on the shelf should be about $10.99, $9.99, $10.99. So usually organic wines tend to be a little more expensive, but this is actually a great achievement by Beniamino and his brother.
Okay, I go on. Again, I take the second bottle, and this is a more well-known wine on your market, is our Gravina, but as you see, we have changed completely the shape of the bottle. The reason is Back to the Future. The first original wine sold on US market was in this bottle in the 90s. 1996 was the first vintage that was on your market. Again, like the Botrò, is a little bit more lighter bottle. In our opinion, is more classy bottle, is more elegant with this label and with this bottle. This is the 2019 vintage. For me, 2019 vintage is probably one of the best of the last decade. And the reason is because the weather was absolutely perfect. The rain was in the right moment. The natural yield per hectare, we do not do the green harvest to reduce the production. We have only 60 quintals per hectare, and the maturation was absolutely reached at the right time, and the wine has a great balance, great nose, absolutely fantastic acidity, because during the decisive period of maturation we had a big difference of temperature between day and night. And also, for the people that knows a little bit the history of our winery, talking about the shape of our territory and the microclimate, we have rolling hills. Is the only part of Puglia that have rolling hills. We have limestone, and this temperature combined with this limestone and the altitude, you think that we are talking about 600 meters on sea level, and this is absolutely so unusual. We have no influence by the sea because we are 70 miles from the Adriatic Sea and 70 miles from the Ionian Sea. And the result is absolutely fragrant, crispy, again, easy to drink, but not, it's very long on your palate wine that works perfectly, obviously, with raw fish, shellfish, oysters. But at the same time, thanks to the structure of the wine, you can pair it perfectly at your home with Asian food, for example, because it works very nice with spicy. A wine that has a special place in my heart is Rosé di Loulou, is the rosé wine that I have dedicated to my daughter. Her name is Loulou. Is absolutely something unique, because I don't know if there are other rosé wines that are single vineyard produced. This wine, the Rosé di Loulou, is a single vineyard rosé wine. Is made also 100% from, for me, one of the best indigenous grape from Puglia, Nero di Troia or Uva di Troia. As you see, the color is like Provence style. It's not usual for Southern Italian rosé. And we have done this only crushing the grapes, avoiding any contact between skins and juice, because the characteristic of the Nero di Troia give immediately a lot of color to the wine. The challenge with this wine, to produce this wine, was to keep the characteristic of the Nero di Troia, the acidity, the lively tannins, the structure, avoiding any contact with the skins. I think that we have reached our target. This rosé is absolutely outstanding. It's absolutely unique. It works perfectly both with fish and with meat. You don't need to chill too much, because the characteristic that wines gives to your nose, gives to your palate, wonderful experience. Also, if you try it a little bit, little less cold than the usual summer rosé that are coming from Italy, and nothing more to say. Is an experience to do, because is probably the best Nero di Troia rosé wine that is coming from Puglia. The fourth wine that we have is our Nero di Troia. Is a good selling wine in the United States. Also, again, we see a little different in the package. You see those lines? This label represents a typical rural architecture of mainly Puglia. You can find it also a little bit in Sicily, but there are only in Puglia. Are called in Italian muretti a secco, that if you translate literally, you can say dry walls. But what it means, why dry? We do not use cement to build these walls. These walls are built only with stones found in the fields, just to delimitate the borders of the estates, of the property in Puglia. And they are also UNESCO heritage. They are protected, and they are an example of typical rural architecture. It is a symbol for us. Talking about the wine, Nero di Troia is for sure the most ancient grape of Puglia, imported from somewhere in southwestern Europe. Some people say that Nero di Troia was imported from the refugees from the mythical city of Troy. This is a legend. We don't know if it's true or not. What is true is that this grape has its origin in Puglia, in a small town called Troy, located in the central northern part of Puglia. The grape was carried from people that was escaping from a war somewhere in southwestern Europe, planted in the wrongest part of the region, Tavoliere delle Puglie. Wrongest because that area is very flat, is very rich in water, and the result was at the beginning a grape that has natural huge yields per hectare, and the wine that was produced was good only for the lively tannins, but weak in structure, not right for quality wines. Recently, not more than 30 years ago, few wineries in Puglia, having an intuition about the quality of this grape, have planted it in altitude, reduced drastically the yields per hectare, and the result is a wine with unique and distinctive personality. You know that everyone, when tasting unknown and a wine from obscure grape, immediately try to make some comparison with something that he knows. And he say it's similar to Merlot, it's similar to Cabernet, you know, the most well-known grape in the world. Try with this. It's very difficult to go in this way, because it's a wine that has absolutely unique and distinctive personality. Is an original wine, is a wine that I have to say, this is the wine that I used to drink at home, because it's very versatile. You can drink it on, obviously, meat as red, but you can use as summer red if you slightly chilled it, cellar temperature. But also you can drink it because of its acidity with more complex fish recipe, like grilled salmon, like lobster, because the structure is fitted for the people that dislikes to drink rosé and white wines, but also love to eat some fish. Try it, because it's something that you can discover, something new that you can discover.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Salvatore. And last but not least, this silver boy in heavy bottle is our top red wine. It's called Pierre de la Vigne, that literally translated means Peter of the Vineyards. And there is a reason why we have dedicated to this man this wine, this important wine for us. Pierre de la Vigne was, during 1200, the right-hand man of the emperor Frederick II of Swabia, that was dominating all around Italy during that age. And the Pierre de la Vigne was the first man that have planted red grapes, red vineyards in our area. Strange but true, but the Gravina area was named since 3rd century before Christ as an election land for white grapes. Red grapes, despite we are very close to the Castel del Monte area and Primitivo area, the Gioia del Colle, was named mainly for white grapes. This man have planted the first vintage on behalf and order of the emperor, and this wine is a blend of Aglianico and Montepulciano. Aglianico is a typical indigenous grape planted in this area. It came from Greece. Aglianico means Hellenico. Hellenico is the word to say Greece in the past. And Montepulciano was introduced relatively in a modern era, around 1800 from the Benedictine monks in our area. This is the only red wine that we produce that is aged and fine in French oak. It stays for 24 months in French oak, but not new, second and third use. And the reason is Aglianico tannins need this kind of fining to reach the perfect balance. We don't want to give to our wines any wood taste, any vanilla taste, because we believe that the authentic flavor of our grapes is the best way to offer our wines on world market. 2 years in French oak and 1 year in bottle before the release. A few words also about this workout bottle. Is 100 kilos of only of glass. It looks like a different way on our green way to produce wine. And if you think this, you are right. But there is a story about on the background of this heavy bottle. With vintage 2011, we want to celebrate the 20 years of Pierre de la Vigne. And with my brother Alberto, we decided to make a celebration bottle with silver label, metallic label, and heavy bottle. When the wine arrived on the market, all was complaining, all the customers, about the heavy of the bottle, about the increase of the price. And we said, okay, it's just a celebration bottle. Next year, we go back to the old one. When, with the vintage 2012, we decided to move back to the old bottle, all the customers are complaining as well, because they are saying, no, our customer likes the bottle, our customers like the package, our customer like the silver label, please don't go back. And this is the reason why this is the only non-completely green wine that we have. But also I have to say that we produce only few bottles, only 1,000 six-pack cases of this wine every year are produced. And we are happy that our customers like not only what there is inside the bottle, but also what is outside the bottle.
So you changed your philosophy in 2007 and converted your winery to organic. So what pushed you in that direction?
One of the most common thing that happens in life of people. 3 years before, my daughter was born, And only at the time I have realized that I have to do something more to keep our planet safe. And I cannot say better, but at least not worse than the situation that we have. It's only that. When Lulu was born in 2004, I have decided to change completely the philosophy of the winery, because I have started thinking in a different way to the future of the new generation. And it's only this. I'm not looking about more sales. I'm not looking about on to the people. I don't want to say that people say to me that you are smart, you are keeping the planet safe. No, it's only because I want to take care in a different way of the future of the new generation. And you know, in Italy, for the Italy rules, you need 3 years to be organic certified, and we have started in 2004 and we reached the certification in 2007. And after studying on internet, talking with the people that are involved in this kind of situation, I have learned also that you can use, you can auto-produce the energy that you need. You can plant forest to make the compensation of CO2, and it's all normal. Every day I learn something different. This is the reason why, for example, the project of Botro, I do not know until 1 year ago that there are cork that are completely recyclable, in difference of obviously the natural corks. And I have started studying about that with the representative of Norma Cork, that is our partner with the corks, and they have learned that our cork that degrade not in contact with wine, but when you uncork the wine, in few months the material that compound the corks go and became completely 100% recyclable material, and not recyclable, I want to say eco-friendly.
Becomes compost. It becomes,
yeah,
disappears.
Exactly.
I understand. So we still have some time. I don't see any more questions here, but in the meantime, I will take the opportunity. Now you have an audience. This will be recorded and will be sent out to many people that perhaps cannot be in more than one place at once. So anything you want to tell the LLS world, the wine world of America in general, in those times?
Is a tough time for all of us. But at the same time, I used to be in this way. And I, as a winemaker, I always look at the half full glass. It's right in this way. How do you say, Salvatore, in the United States?
You said it properly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm growing. In those difficult times, I'm growing. I'm recovering a lot of time with my family. I'm recovering a lot of time with the friends, the closest friends and the friends that we have all over the world. Just an example, is the first time that we had our Easter, come si dice auguri, Salvatore? Easter
celebration.
Celebration with all the friends all over the world, having a video chat. Before, it's just some WhatsApp message. I think that this difficult is keeping all of us all over the world more friendly, more close, is an unexpected experience. I feel so different. I feel more, you see this photo of the group that you have put on the background.
They can't see it yet.
They can't so see grateful for those experiences. It's so sad, and I come si dice? Non mi viene, I'm a little bit emotional, sorry. I can't wait to stay again all together, traveling all over the world, meeting a lot of people, showing our wines, have a toast with the friends, because those difficult in those times give to all of us the real meaning of what is life, what is friendship, how hard is to face disease, how hard is to face hard changes in our life. I think that at the end of this big troubles, all of us will be better people. This is what came directly from the deepest part of my soul and my heart.
Thank you. And if there is no more questions, I want to end, this live chat with you, Beniamino. We thank you for your kind words and wish you and your family the best.